Welcome to Gunkel Tarot. My name is Brian Griffin. I am filming this at, I don't know, 7 p.m. maybe, December 31st, 2023. I wasn't going to do a year-end because I did a mental health check update in November. And I'm certainly not going to do any of the big fancy tags for year-end stuff. But a quick recap, I have a one page of notes, half page of notes. Okay, 2023. On the business side, Gunkel Post was being sent out quarterly the first year, and this year it moved to bi-monthly, and it's going to be monthly in 2024. I've left the early bird pricing up at gunkeltarot.com. Look for the Gunkel Post page, and you can subscribe there. I've done a handful of client readings through Gunkel Tarot as well, and my inventory of decks, tarot and non-tarot oracle, I added 2 tarot and rehomed 3. I added 2 non-tarot oracles and rehomed 4. So I have a net of -3, which is fine. I'm not in a rush to downsize, and I can't afford to buy a whole bunch. So it's just the way it worked out. Some of the rehoming decks that have been on my list for a couple of years finally went out. So that was good. At the beginning of the year, I purchased the last stock of the Barkana deck, which was limited edition. It was done to raise funds both for animal rescue, specifically dog rescue, but also service dog training nonprofits. And I still have a few of those available at my Shopify site. And I was invited to discuss the various decks that I published, either of my own or from other folks, through print on demand. And Simon at Hermit's Cave invited me to come on, and I sent him some decks, and we talked about the decks. That was early in the year, so that was a bucket list item done. The photography business is slow. The restaurant order delivery is dying. It's an oversaturated market. At one point we were up to a dozen companies here in central Ohio, and they are of course going to run it to the ground. So there's that. I launched familyoflovers.com, which is the home for my ongoing project to have the musical and social heritage and import of Romanowski and Phillips, the gay folk duo from the 80s and 90s, properly recognized. And so that's the business side. Personal. Let's see what I got here. Daily draws. I resumed daily draws in December of last year and completed them this year with only a couple of days missed for health reasons or traveling. I finished 6 unfinished boxes with wood stains early in the year, and they're in various videos. I added a Kuan Yin statue to my altar. You can't really see it, but it's what do we got? That's Baphomet, so that's Kuan Yin there. I did that after May. I pulled their card in my Gods, Goddesses, Guides deck 5 times in 10 days. I've learned to take hints, and so I did that. I have my ears re-pierced after I let them close up when I moved to Ohio. Fun story, I had both ears re-pierced, waited the full time. I had them take out the studs. I had earrings in both ears, and in a week later, this one night closed, almost halfway closed up overnight. And as much as I was disappointed, because I wanted to wear danglies on both sides, bodily autonomy says, not only you respect my body, I have to respect my body. And it said no. So it's, it's hardly the worst disappointment of my life. I also, this time, for the first time ever, celebrated the day that marked my legal name change 42 years ago. It just was never something I celebrated, and it is a big deal. I renamed myself. I chose my identity. And so that was done this year for the first time. I've learned that, as I mentioned in my mental health checkup in November, I can't read fiction anymore. I can't. I cannot get into it. I'm still having trouble doing long reading of nonfiction books, which is again addressed in that other video. A reaction to a variety of things, eye surgeries, not being able to read for a long period of time because my eyesight was bad until I got the cataract surgery, social media bites, etc. It is what it is. We were able to get up to Canada 3 times this year. In January, we always go up for the holidays late because that's what works for families. And then in June, we were able to go up for almost a full week for their Pride. And then in July, we went up for a quick weekend for the Lady Gaga concert that was rescheduled from the pandemic. Health, there's not a lot of updates to the November one. This year I had 2 semi-annual checkups with my primary. I've had 3 meetings with the psych nurse looking at my DNA results to hopefully get the right med with less trial and error than without that information. Many ongoing sessions with the therapist definitely are making progress, not as fast as I'd like, but real progress. The alphabet of choice for this seems to be GAD, Generalized Anxiety Disorder, DID, Dissociative Identity Disorder, and PTSD, last one from the onslaught of AIDS when I was in early 20s. It's become clear that in addition to whatever personal quirks are just lonely, being a loner, etc., I'm neurodiverse. Whether or not I'm where I fall in the spectrum, who knows? Again, I talked about that before. But since that November video, I have actually experienced a dissociative session that I was able to fully, not so much witness, but analyze and look at it and say, this is exactly what happened. And I'm not going to repeat the whole thing. The therapist and I talked about it. So it's like, it was good in a sense that it's one thing to say that I have no memory, so therefore I'm probably dissociating. When on this specific occasion, there was no way I just fell asleep or zoned out. The reality, it was a situation where I absolutely had an alternate kick in. And I think that's it. So, not a particularly exciting year in a lot of ways, but a lot of good things happening and a lot of struggles in life, etc. But I'm healthy. I have a lot of love in my life. I have a great relationship with chosen family and my biological family. I also now made a specific intention statement that I will be moved back. Hopefully we will be moved back to Canada in 2025. And I will be back with my 2 sisters and all their descendants. Our brother, who is in the Minnesota, hopefully will be coming along soon, although that's his choice to make. So that's it. I am going to do a quick edit to cut, and then post this evening. A happy and healthy and enjoyable 2024 for all of you. I wonder whether New Year's Eve is a big deal or not, and I hope the next one is good.